Get ready, for an event is coming, one foretold in the whispers of ancient mystics and written in the star charts of forgotten civilizations. On the 15th of October, what is happening is not just an astronomical phenomenon, but the great sundering of worlds. It is a moment when the veil between realities thins to its absolute limit, and a cosmic storm of unprecedented power is poised to sweep away everything you thought was unshakable. This is not the end of the world as you know it, not the fiery apocalypse painted by the collective consciousness. It is the end of your old world, the end of a reality woven from fear, limitations, and the rules of others. The coming storm is not one of wind or rain, but a wave of the purest creative energy, of a frequency so high it can delaminate the very fabric of being. It comes not to punish, but to liberate. It brings destruction only to the constructs that have kept your soul in a cage. This is a great reset, a reboot of the matrix, a chance to start with a clean slate, not an empty one, but one filled with the wisdom of all your lifetimes. See this not as a threat, but as the greatest gift. An invitation to a dance with the universe, where you are led, but the choice of step is yours. And when I speak of a sundering of worlds, I don't mean a collision of planets or galaxies. I'm talking about the worlds of your perception, the personal universes that exist within each of us. Imagine that reality is not a monolithic stone, but an infinite number of the finest films, each vibrating at a different frequency. You live on one of them, believing it's the only one possible. The cosmic storm, which will peak on the 15th of October, acts as a powerful resonator. It amplifies the vibration of your true essence, your soul. And if this vibration does not match the frequency of the world you're used to, a sundering occurs. Your consciousness is literally pushed to a new level, to the film of reality that matches your authentic song. For some, this will be a smooth and seamless transition, like waking from a long dream. For others, it will be the deafening crack of shattering illusions. The worlds don't disappear, they diverge, like ships in the night ocean, each following the course of its own inner lighthouse. And you will find yourself exactly where you are meant to be. This cosmic storm is not born in our planet's atmosphere. Its origins lie in the very heart of the galaxy, in the great central sun, the source of life for myriad star systems. Once every few thousand years, a powerful impulse occurs, an emission of creative energy that ripples through all the galactic arms. This wave is now reaching us, and its effect is being magnified many times over by a unique alignment of planets, which creates a kind of lens, focusing this stream directly onto our solar system. This is not just energy, it is a living, intelligent field of light, carrying new codes of reality, new templates for the evolution of consciousness. You can already feel its approach. Strange, vivid dreams in which you fly or speak in unknown languages. A feeling that time is either compressing or stretching. Sudden flashes of insight and a sense that something monumental is about to happen. This is not your imagination. It is your energy system tuning in to the approaching wave, like a radio receiver searching for the right frequency. Let's look at the date itself, the 15th of October. In numerology, there are no accidents. Every number carries a sacred code. 15 is composed of a 1 and a 5. 1 is the symbol of beginnings, impulse, will, creation from a single point. It is the energy of the leader, the pioneer, one who is not afraid to step into the unknown. 5, on the other hand, is the number of change, freedom, chaos, the destruction of old frameworks, and adaptation to the new. It is the most dynamic and unpredictable energy. Together, they create a vibration of radical, revolutionary change initiated by a higher will. The sum of these numbers, 1 plus 5, gives us 6. 6 is the number of harmony, balance, healing, and responsibility. Do you see the amazing formula encoded in this date? Through the chaos and destruction of the old, 5, initiated by a divine impulse, 1, we arrive at a new, higher harmony, 6. This isn't just a date on the calendar. It's a cosmic portal, a key to transformation encrypted in the language of numbers. The universe is literally speaking to us. We just need to learn how to listen. The old reality that this storm is meant to sweep away is not your homes, cities, or countries. It is the inner prison built from fear, guilt, shame, and a sense of your own insignificance. It's the matrix of limitations we have been immersed in since birth. We were taught to be convenient, predictable, to not stand out. We were convinced that we were just small cogs in a huge machine. The cosmic storm is a solvent for the bars of this prison. It doesn't tear down walls, but the beliefs that held those walls up. It flushes out the subconscious programs of victimhood, obligation, and suffering. Imagine you've worn a heavy suit of armor your whole life, believing it was your skin. You got used to its weight, to the restricted movement. And now a wave comes that turns this armor to dust. At first, you might feel naked, vulnerable, lost. But then will come an incomparable feeling of lightness, freedom, and limitless possibility. The storm sweeps away everything superficial so that you can finally see and feel the real you. You might ask, how will this feel on a physical level? The process has already begun, and many of you are experiencing its symptoms without understanding their nature. It could be a subtle, high-pitched ringing in your ears. That's your auditory system adapting to new frequencies. Sudden dizziness or a feeling that the floor is dropping away. That's your body calibrating between dimensions. A racing heart, even when you're at rest. That's not a panic attack, but the activation of your heart center, your anahata chakra, which is becoming the main organ of perception in the new reality. You might be hit by waves of causeless sadness or euphoria. That's old suppressed emotions being released from your cells, making way for light. You might crave unusual foods or lose your appetite entirely. Your body is wiser than your mind. It instinctively knows what it needs for this great rewiring. Do not be afraid of these states. Breathe deeper, drink more pure water, and know that you are undergoing the greatest upgrade in your soul's history. So what is keeping you in the old reality? What are the anchors you are clinging to while the storm tries to lift you to a new height? The main anchor is fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of losing control, fear of judgment, fear of being yourself. The second anchor is attachments, not just to things or people, but to your self-image, to your story of suffering, to your familiar roles and masks. We become so fused with them that the thought of life without them seems unbearable. The third anchor is unforgiven resentments. Every grudge is an energetic hook chaining you to the past, to the person or situation that caused you pain. This weight prevents you from taking flight. The cosmic storm will hit these anchors with force, shaking them, testing their strength. And you have a choice. Cling to them with a death grip, risking being smashed against the rocks of the old world, or consciously, with an effort of will, let them go. Let go of fear. Let go of attachments. Forgive everyone, including yourself. And then the storm will become a tailwind, carrying you into a new, beautiful life. In this time of transition, many seek support in external tools, and that's natural. The ancients knew the power of crystals and symbols, which act as tuning forks, helping to align our energy field to the right frequency. Hold a clear quartz crystal in your hand. It's not just a beautiful stone. It's a resonator of pure light energy that can help clear your mind of mental clutter. Amethyst will help soothe emotional storms and connect you with your intuition. Black tourmaline will create a protective cocoon, deflecting external negative influences. But remember, crystals are not magic pills. They are assistants. The real work happens within you. The same applies to ancient symbols. Draw a flower of life or an ankh on a piece of paper and meditate on them. These symbols are not just drawings, they are geometric keys that activate dormant parts of your DNA and help your cellular structure more easily assimilate the new high-frequency energies. Use these gifts of the earth and the wisdom of the ancestors, but always remember that the ultimate power lies within your heart. At the moment of the sundering, humanity will find itself at a fork between two roads, and everyone, absolutely everyone, will make their choice, whether consciously or not. The first path is the path of resistance. Those who choose it will cling to the old, to the familiar material world, to logic and the rational mind. They will see only chaos, madness, and destruction in what is happening. To them, the cosmic storm will seem like a hurricane that demolishes everything in its path, leaving only ruins behind. Their world will indeed crumble because it is built on the low vibrations of fear and control, which are no longer supported by the universe. The second path is the path of acceptance and flow. Those who walk it will meet the storm with an open heart. They will see not destruction, but purification, not chaos, but a dance of energies. They will allow the wave to pick them up and carry them to a new shore. For them, the sundering of worlds will be the ultimate liberation, a transition into a reality governed by love, creativity, and unity. There will be no final judgment or external judge. The only judge is resonance. Your dominant frequency will determine your path. Where you are tuned, you will go. But before you can take the final step onto the new path, you must face one last trial, the so-called guardians of the threshold. These are not mythical monsters from legends. The guardians of the threshold are your deepest, most hidden fears, doubts, and complexes, which will gain incredible power just before the moment of transition. It is the part of you that desperately resists change, that fears the light and prefers the familiar gloom of the old cage. It will rear its head and speak with the voice of reason and logic. This is all nonsense. Nothing is happening. You're losing your mind. Stop before it's too late. You're going to lose everything. This inner voice will be more persuasive than ever. It will show you all your past failures, remind you of every mistake, and make you doubt yourself and the very existence of the path. There is only one way to pass these guardians, not by fighting them, but by acknowledging them as a part of you, thanking them for trying to protect you, and calmly walking on, following the call of your heart. This is the final exam on your loyalty to yourself. One of the clearest signs of the approaching sundering will be a complete change in the nature of time. You were used to perceiving time as a linear arrow flying from the past into the future through the point of now. Forget this. This concept belongs to the old world. In the prelude to the storm and during it, time will begin to behave like water. It will flow faster, then slower, swirl into eddies, and at times seem to stop altogether. The past, present, and future will begin to bleed into one another. You might experience the most vivid déjà vu, seeing a situation your soul has already lived in another timeline. You may have spontaneous memories of past lives or clear visions of possible futures. Do not be alarmed by this. It means the rigid structure of your personal timeline is softening, preparing to shift to a new spiral of development. You are breaking out of the rut and gaining the freedom to choose your direction. In these moments, it is crucial not to cling to the past or worry about the future, but to ground yourself as much as possible in the present moment, in your body, in your breath. The point of here and now is your only anchor in this ocean of time. This great transition marks a paradigm shift in the very way we know the world. For millennia, humanity has relied on the analytical mind, on logic, on the five physical senses. Reason was king and god, and anything that didn't fit into its narrow box was declared heresy or fiction. The old reality was a world of the mind. The new reality, born from the chaos of the storm, is a world of the heart. Your heart center, your anahata chakra, is transforming from a simple organ of feeling into your primary navigational tool. It is the heart that can perceive information directly from the unified field, bypassing the filters of the mind. It is the heart that distinguishes truth from falsehood in an instant. It is the heart that knows your true path. The cosmic storm, with its high-frequency radiation, is literally turning off the dominance of the left brain hemisphere, which is responsible for logic, and activating the intuitive right hemisphere, which is directly connected to the heart. That is why, in the coming days, trying to analyze everything and put it in order will only lead to frustration and headaches. Learn to listen to the quiet whisper of your heart. It will become your most reliable compass in the storm. There is another, deeper aspect to the coming transformation. Many souls, upon coming to Earth, make certain contracts or agreements before incarnating. These are the lessons they must learn, the experiences they must have. Often, these contracts include experiences of suffering, illness, loss, and betrayal. This is not a punishment, but a way to know certain facets of existence. The cosmic storm on the 15th of October carries such a powerful charge of liberating energy that it gives every soul the right and the opportunity to annul all old destructive contracts. This is an unprecedented act of cosmic grace. You can consciously declare your intention to terminate all agreements based on suffering, sacrifice, and limitation. You no longer need to learn through pain. You can choose a new contract, a contract for joy, abundance, creativity, and love. This doesn't mean your life will instantly turn into a fairy tale, but you will stop unconsciously attracting dramas and misfortunes into your life. You are graduating from the school of survival and becoming a free creator of your own reality. Many are frightened by the word storm. It's associated with darkness, danger, and destruction. But remember what happens in the center of any hurricane. There lies the eye of the storm, an area of absolute calm and clear skies. So it is with this cosmic storm. Its external manifestations may seem chaotic and frightening. The world will seem to be coming apart at the seams, old systems will crumble, and people driven by fear will act irrationally. But if you can maintain your inner balance, if you do not give in to the collective panic, and instead turn your gaze inward, you will find this center of peace. It is the point of stillness in your heart, the unshakable space of your spirit that no external chaos can touch. The more fiercely the storm rages outside, the brighter the light shines within. This storm is a great training ground, teaching us to find our foundation not in the external world, which is by definition unstable, but in our own inner divine center. Whoever finds this eye of the storm within themselves will pass through any trial unharmed and become a beacon for others. And now, the culmination, the very moment of the sundering, the peak of the cosmic storm on the 15th of October. It will not last long. For each person, it will be a unique moment. In this moment, it may seem as though the world has frozen. All sounds will vanish, all movement will stop. You will feel an absolute ringing silence, as if the universe is holding its breath before a great leap. This is point zero, the great void, where the old reality has already dissolved and the new one has not yet manifested. In this instant, your consciousness will be completely bare, free from all masks, roles, and memories. And then the sundering itself will happen. It won't be a physical sound you can hear with your ears. It will be a deafening vibration that you feel in every cell of your body, as if a giant crystal has cracked and myriad shards have flown off in different directions. In that moment, the final separation of vibrational realities will occur. You will either remain in the old one or make a quantum leap into the new one. No one can predict exactly how you will experience it. Simply trust the process. Your soul knows what to do. And what comes after? What will you feel when you awaken on the other side of the sundering, on the shore of a new world? The first thing is an incredible lightness, as if an invisible weight you've carried your entire life has been lifted from your shoulders. Breathing will become easier, deeper. The air will seem crystal clear and fresh. The second thing is a heightening of the senses. The colors of the world will become brighter, richer, deeper. You will see not just the green of a leaf, but a million shades of it. Sounds will become full and pure. You will hear music in the rustling wind and the singing of birds. The taste of familiar food will unfold with new, unexpected facets. The third and most important thing is an all-encompassing feeling of peace and quiet in your mind. The habitual inner dialogue, the eternal critic and panicker, will simply vanish. A clear, calm silence will settle in your head, from which brilliant ideas and intuitive insights are born. You will feel a deep, unbreakable connection to all that is, a feeling that you have finally returned home. And here, the greatest twist awaits you, the most profound revelation of this journey. Having passed through the storm and found yourself in a new, beautiful world, you will look back and realize with astonishment that the landscape around you has not changed. The trees are the same, the houses stand in their places, the people around you are the same. So what happened? Where was the great sundering of worlds? And you will realize that the sundering did not happen outside, but inside you. The old world that the cosmic storm swept away wasn't the planet, but your old perception of reality, painted in the colors of fear, judgment, and separation. The storm didn't erase the world, it erased the filters through which you looked at it. You didn't move to another universe, you simply, for the first time, saw the true beauty and magic of the one you have always lived in. The cosmic storm was not an external force, but a metaphor for the powerful inner alchemical process that you yourself initiated with your intention to awaken. There was no enemy to defeat, except your own illusions. So, the great sundering of worlds is not the end, but only the beginning of a completely new chapter in your life and in the history of humanity. The event of the 15th of October is not a magic wand that will solve all your problems. It is a door that the universe is opening for you. But it is up to you to walk through it and make this new space your own. Your main task now is integration, to learn to live in this new state of consciousness, in this new reality, every single day. To carry the peace and quiet you have found out into the world. To create from a place of lightness and joy, not from need and obligation. To build relationships based on honesty and love, not on manipulation and fear. Your vibration is your main tool and your greatest responsibility. By radiating light, you automatically help awaken those who are still asleep. The storm has passed, leaving behind a clean canvas. What masterpiece you paint on it is entirely up to you. Create boldly. Your new world is waiting.